Feel free to pause here and check out the labeled diagram that we made for the parts. So we just finished assembling this Tribesigns two-person desk. Unfortunately, it didn't come with directions, so in case that also happens to you, just wanted to let you know what some of the components are. On this side, this is 3 and 4. This is 1 and 2. Then on the ends, we have these squarish bracket pieces. There are 6 of those components. The ones at this end are 11. The ones that are here and here are 10. And the square brackets on this end are the 9s. You have the flat mesh assemblies that go here and here. Those are 18. And then 7 is the pieces there. The long flat piece goes across here, and that's number 8. You have then some of the shorter supporting beams. So across here, 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 and here are the 12s. At the end of this long beam, you have 16. There's another 16 at the far end of this one. Then underneath, we have some supports. So we have the long supports. There's 4 of those, which are 13 and 14. The 13s are on the outside. The 14s go on the inside. You have this crossbar piece on the bottom, which is 15. And then 6, I didn't mention before, but this piece across the top is 6. So 17 runs along the bottom of 8. And then you have the hardware that it comes with. So for the hardware, there is the long screws. So the long screws are used everywhere where you're going into the end of one of these metal components. Then you have B, which is the short screws. So the B pieces are used everywhere that you are going into one of these top boards because they have to be shorter. So that would be like here on the end. This is a B right here. And then you have D is the wood screws. Those are used to go into the ends of 7. There's 3 on each side, so there's 6 here, and 6 here is 12, as well as there are some that are used on the end of 8. I forgot to mention in the video the first time, underneath 8 is the shortest screws, C, which are used to support it. And then the rest of the hardware, I think, is more self-explanatory. C, I think, was the Allen wrench, which you probably don't want to use. You probably are going to want to use a power drill with a hex bit. There was the feet go into the ends, or into the bottoms of all of the rectangular frame pieces, and then you have the caps. There's 2 of those that go on the top. Yeah, so the wooden pegs are in between here. You can just see them in between there that hold the top together. So you might also want a mallet to help pound those into place. We also noticed that when we were putting it together, there were little metal shavings that were inside a lot of the components. So they rattled around quite a bit, and you'll probably want to have a vacuum to clean up your workspace when you're done, since you may end up with some of those metal shavings. We've been working in bare feet, but it might also be a good idea to wear shoes while you're putting it together so you don't end up with any of those in your feet. So that's the retro on the build for the Tribesigns 2 Person Desk. Hope that was at least somewhat useful to you. Thanks.